Hey guys, welcome back. It's BRB Bricks, and today I'm bringing you part 1 of how to make your Lego photography look amazing. Part 1 is mainly going to focus on outdoor photography and nature shots, and this series is targeted towards people who are going to publish their work on Instagram or other photo sharing platforms. If you're not into outdoor photography, I still recommend that you stick around until the end of this video because there's some really helpful tips that will apply to all sorts of Lego photography. And if you do end up finding this video helpful, please drop a like and consider subscribing. And one last thing before we get into it, I just want to say that you don't need to go out and buy a fancy camera and a tripod to achieve the look of great photography. All you're going to need is a smartphone, some Lego and a place to shoot. So now let's start with tip 1, lighting. Before you even bring any Lego outside, first have a look at what sort of shadows the sun is casting. Ideally, overcast days are best for even lighting, but I know on a bright summer's day here in Australia, enough light is usually around that you can shoot in the shade without it being too dark. But why is even lighting important? Well, if there's too much difference in the light and dark areas on your photo, the camera won't be able to correctly expose both areas. In other words, you might have totally black or white areas, which results in loss of detail. Certainly there are some examples where this works for photographers, but the easiest thing to do is stay away from harsh light in favour of nice, even lighting. Now on to tip 2, posing and position. One of the biggest mistakes I made when I started Lego photography was that I didn't pose the minifigures enough. This might be a bit of an obvious one to you, but have a serious think about it when you're setting up your shot. Do you want it just to have a couple of figures going for a stroll? Or can it tell a story? Should it be just one lone minifig? Or could you add more and have them look like they're interacting? Perhaps you could even add a vehicle and props around them. I'm not saying a minifigure standing alone in the photo won't work for you, but 9 times out of 10 adding more character to the shot results in a better final product. Finally, my third tip is one that most of you probably haven't thought about: the distance and angle from your scene. I'm going to show you 2 examples. On the left is a photo taken from an unrealistically high angle and from far away. The one on the right is taken from the eye level of the minifigure and very close. You'll be able to see straight away why the lower angle looks much better, because it makes the figure look like it's life size and not just a toy. But why does the distance from the scene matter? At the start of this video I mentioned that this is directed at people who share their photos on Instagram, and whilst the far away picture might look good as a desktop background, on Instagram it will simply be too small to see the details of the scene. Not to mention it will be almost invisible on your grid that people see on your profile. This won't welcome new followers and maybe even lose you some if you continue to put out pictures that are dominated by the background. So make sure you get up close, but remember, not close enough that you lose focus. So in summary, when you go out to shoot a Lego photo, consider the lighting and make sure it's nice and even. Pose the minifigures in a way that shows a story, and make sure to get the camera as close as you can to show all the detail and capture the shot from a low angle. Those are my 3 tips for making your Lego photography look amazing. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and of course subscribe because you'll want to stay tuned for when part 2 comes out. Maybe even turn on the notification bell. But that's all from me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.